Hello, 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 everyone. Savella Morgan here. How's it going? Yes, I was just here yesterday. Imagine that. And here I am again. 2 times in 2 days after not being on for quite some time. Just want to drop by and just remind everyone that the new episode came out today. Remember, for the podcast, a new episode gets posted the second and fourth Monday of every month. And what podcast is that, you ask? Well, that is Childless, Not by Choice. Yes, that is the name of the podcast. And it's also the name of the website, childlessnotbychoice.net. So if you want to do a search for the podcast, you can go to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Radio, iHeartRadio, or just go straight to the website. There's a podcast tab on the website. And in fact, you can, right below the podcast player, subscribe to iTunes right from there. So please check it out. As many of you know by now, the podcast was created 2 years ago for the podcast. The platform, Childless Not by Choice, was created 2.5 years ago after I felt that I needed help. After realizing I would not be able to have children, I couldn't find the help that I was searching for, so I decided to create this platform. And the original name, 21st Century Hannah, is still the umbrella name for the entire platform, but under that umbrella, Childless Not by Choice is what the new name of the podcast is. So please check it out. If you know anyone who wanted but could not have children, did not have children, maybe you didn't even know why, and maybe it was just something that person never discussed, and now you want to know more about the platform, just know that I'm creating conversation. I'm creating awareness for an entire demographic of millions of people who exist in plain sight, and probably just never wanted to talk about something that hurt really bad, because being childless not by choice is a painful issue, and it's even more painful when people who really have no right start talking to you about your childlessness from a place that we know is not sincere. And so one of the reasons I created the platform was to help create awareness so that everybody knows that we do exist. And this person, Savella, me, I'm willing to talk about it. I'm willing to just shout from the mountaintops that we're here, that we're no longer hiding in plain sight, and childlessness does not mean the end of the world for us. And so I'm really talking to different demographics. When you want to create awareness, that's what you have to do. You can't only talk to the people that you are talking for and about. So I'm creating awareness, creating conversation. Wherever I go, I start the conversation. I make sure that people realize that there's a positive way and a good way to discuss childlessness. And some people may think it's not a big deal. It's not that serious. Why can't we just get over it as childless people, childless women and men? Just get over it, go adopt, go try something else, try a different way to get pregnant, whatever. But it's really not that simple, because there are people in certain parts of the world who are being physically, emotionally harmed if they're not able to produce or provide a child. So it's really a serious matter. Here in the Western world, we may not get treated that badly. We may just hear comments like, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, the clock is ticking. And, those things hurt too. And so I'm creating the awareness that you don't get to talk to your friends and family that way. You don't get to talk to strangers that way. If somebody's not having a child, here's a clue. If you know somebody's been married for multiple years and there's still no child, it could be that they're childless not by choice. So making commentary about the fact that they're getting older and where's the child and what's going on, I need a grandchild, and all of the little comments that we get to hear on a regular basis, it's not going to bring the child any faster. It's either going to happen or it's not. And so we really, really need to start talking to each other in a proper way. And so that goes for the childless as well as the people with children. We need to be nicer to each other. And so that's what this platform is all about. Now, if you are childless not by choice, there is a group called Childless Not by Choice with Sevilla Morgan, and that is for women only who are childless not by choice. If you are a man who is childless not by choice, or you are not childless not by choice, maybe you have children but you want to know more about the demographic, you want to know how to talk to your sister or your cousin, and how to bring up the subject or be more sincere about how you just don't get it, then there is a group called the Supporters of the Childless Not by Choice. And so that group exists for everybody that wants to know more, or for the men who are childless but want to belong to a certain group. So I've got 2 groups going on Facebook. They're both closed groups. I've got the website, childlessnotbychoice.net, where you can read the blogs, you can listen to past podcast episodes, and just tons of information on the website. And you can also buy the 31-day devotional. It's available in ebook form worldwide or hard copy US only. So there's tons of information available on the platform. And I'm telling you, it's been an interesting 2.5 years. I've learned a lot, I've heard a lot, and I've encouraged a lot, not tooting my own horn, but I've encouraged a lot. And the reason I can say that is because people have come back to me and have told me, they've said, look, I've got to have a different conversation with that family member after talking to you. I didn't know. That's what I hear all the time. I didn't know. And so I'm not trying to be mean to those with children. You didn't know. You didn't know it hurts so bad. And you didn't know it's a pain that doesn't go away, but that I'm here to help you manage that pain and realize that life is too short to keep that pain in front of you, but to show you how to live with it and how to deal with it and how to interact with that pain. So people have come back who have children who have said, I really didn't know. I need to go back and have another conversation with that friend or family member. Now I get it. And people who are childless not by choice have realized that they don't have proper boundaries, and that's why people keep being allowed to approach them and mention things like TikTok, or how come you don't have any children yet, or what's wrong with you, or you're not a woman until you've had a child. And those little comments that we get to hear on a regular basis, no, not acceptable. And so if you're a childless not by choice and you're being hit with those comments, you have got to create proper, firm but kind boundaries as well. And it just so happens that I have a course on the website, childlessnotbychoice.net, that tells you how to create those proper boundaries and how to maintain them. So there's a lot of work for all of us to do as a society of a planet of 7 billion people, as we continue to grow and evolve and become more knowledgeable in certain subject matters, and just learning how to be nice to each other and nicer to each other. That's what this platform is all about. So check it out, childlessnotbychoice.net. The most recent episode, the one that came out today, is in the notes. It's all about demeanor, your demeanor as a childless not by choice person. How do people see you, view you? What kind of spirit or demeanor do you emanate when people see you? Something they may not, if they don't know you well enough, they may not know you're childless, but there's a spirit or demeanor that you're giving off. And how do you change that? How do you fix it? How do you make it a positive demeanor, despite the fact that you did not get to have the children? So that's what that episode is about. Please do check it out, as well as the previous 72 episodes. And, if you have any questions, direct message me on Facebook or Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Joy and Relevance or at Sevilla1, LinkedIn, Reddit, you name it, I'm there. So just check it out. And please, if you have questions or comments, please let me know. Please send reviews to iTunes, post reviews in iTunes if you have any, or post them on the website. And just know I'm here to stay. I'm here to really help change the dynamic, change the conversation, and create the awareness that's so needed to help those of us who are hurting from the pains mentally, emotionally, even physically, of being childless not by choice. So thanks a lot for listening this evening, you guys. I really appreciate it. I know some of you joined in, and I want to just say hello to you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Sometimes I just cannot see without my glasses, and other times I can. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for the likes, the hearts, everything. I really appreciate it. And thanks for your support. It is truly appreciated. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.